What is up? Johnny here. Um, this video today, behind on, I've been going on a bit of a yap series here, yapping a lot. But I kind of wanted to talk about my very first experience with marijuana, as some may call it, Mary Jane, or the devil's lettuce, or the stuff that originates from Yodi Land. If you know, you know. But yeah, when I first started, um, definitely around like middle school, barely like entering the sixth grade, I immediately found some stoner friends. It didn't take very long. Um, skated and stuff, and went out like during after school and stuff to to some stores and all that. We get faded before school, after school, days off on the weekends as well. Um, From what I remember, it was not a very good experience for me because, um, very first time ever, even like coming into contact with marijuana, these fellas were like, "Yo, I'm gonna pack this bowl for you. I'm gonna need you to kill the whole thing." And I'm a bit dumbfounded, not gonna lie. I'm like, "Hello, uh, it's my first time doing this. So are you sure? Like, I'm supposed to take all that by myself?" I think they were just trying to fuck with me or something, but like at the time I was pretty gullible, so I didn't think it'd be that bad. Oh boy, did I regret it though. I took the entire thing. Um, I couldn't speak because of how burnt my throat was. Um, and I threw up as well, as some may say, greening out, I believe. Of course, as a level 1 noob, um, why would you make your buddy rip a bowl? Whole bowl to yourself, by the way. Kind of stingy in my opinion, but they offered and they were telling me to. Uh, how do you say it? More like, I fucking forgot the word for it. Like they're convincing you to. I know there's a word for it, but yeah. So I did it. I threw up. I had to go home. This was like after school, and I had to be home at a certain time. And I rode a bike, so literally after getting literally fucked up, I went on my bike back home. It's kind of lost, not gonna lie. I was really out of it. I almost got hit by some cars, I was like swiveling and swerveling and all the fucking, I would be on the bikes and yeah. But prior to this, before I left my friend's house at the time, fucking consumed a whole bag of Takis. Takis were one of my favorites back then. Um, let's just say I had the munchies before I left, and we were all munching and watching TV. We were just watching some movie at the time, and mother was like, "Yo, where you at? Are you gonna come home?" So I'm on my way home. I get home. I'm like, "Mom, uh, my eyes are bloodshot, by the way. I'm fucking absolutely destroyed. Tired of shit. I live with my grandfather, and he's kind of he's Italian. I'm part Italian. I'm half Italian, half Mexican. So like, I'm sure you're not like the mob boss movies or anything like that, But my grandpa is he does act like that. He is pretty old school. So yeah, he got on my case. But God, was that fucking insane though? Yeah, I really did regret taking that whole bowl to myself. It was out of a bong, by the way, if I haven't said that yet. But yeah, if it's your first time smoking, you should just take it easy. Honestly, don't let anyone convince you otherwise. Do your research, cause I felt like I was gonna die. Honestly, I couldn't speak and felt really sick. I told my mom as soon as I go home, I'm gonna take a nap, and that kind of gave me away, cause my mom, she's not stupid. She's She knows my eyes are bloodshot. I already knew my grandfather knew, but I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a rat's ass. I decided to go plop myself on the couch and I fucking went to sleep. Took a fat nap. Of course, they got me in trouble for it later on. They it's like they understood, on a wavelength. They were like, they didn't exactly say it, but the look on their faces, they're like, this boy is faded. Let this guy take a nap. So you already know how I took my nap and then got in trouble for it later on. But ever since then, recently, as of current date, I don't really smoke as much anymore. Maybe a little Benjamin here and there, but Benjamin City is very convenient, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate to that. I don't really hit the Benjamin too much actually. I do here and there. My girl definitely smokes way more than I do. Um, she hasn't recently either though, because as I said in the past couple videos, I am a father. I know it's getting old, and I probably shouldn't keep bringing it up, but just thought I'd mention that. So that's the main reason why I don't really smoke too much. Cannot be smoking around the children. Protect the children. The children come first. So it's very light. It's not like I don't ever do it. It's like could possibly do it if I wanted to. I won't let people tell me how I should run my life. But yeah, I don't do it as much. I remember at one point before we had our baby. At one point, I used to smoke a lot, man. I'm telling you, like gorilla fucking finger blunts. If I could fit in a fucking wrap, I would fucking do it. Yeah. Other than that, I used to have my own bong. I had this Rick and Morty bong that I had for like years. It's ridiculous. And God, was that thing fucking radioactive, bro. I stopped using it eventually, of course, but yeah, it's a lot of memories, relating to marijuana, getting faded out the Penji or smoking the greens. I know it's pretty controversial. Some people hate it, some people are scared of it, some people are skeptical. But you gotta really think about it like this. There's a reason why it's even considered being legal at all in any state, because it's not the worst thing that can happen. It's not horrible. As a matter of fact, it's prescribed as a type of medication sometimes for certain cases. People get prescribed marijuana. It can help, and depending on your case and your situation. Um, my girl has been she's been through something a little while back where she was actually prescribed that at some point. So that's just a good example of like if you know someone and they haven't told you, or you just found out that they're related, and or not related, but they use marijuana basically. I wouldn't be so paranoid about it, or I wouldn't trip about it. Like, oh, he's a junkie, or I can't believe they can. They're good. They're gonna be doing that. Like making a dramatic scene out of it, basically, because it's really not that bad. I have friends, or not friends, but I know people who once they found out anything related to marijuana, they just like absolutely switched up. It's really not that bad though. It's legal in California, and yeah. What else to say other than I've had quite a history with marijuana. I'm definitely thinking of stopping though very soon, and I probably will. Maybe I'll stop, but maybe I'll do it only when I'm hanging out with friends or for recreational uses, of course. But yeah, it got to a point where I was every day I would come home from work and I would just wrap myself the fattest fucking blunt ever, or a joint. And this was like every day at some point. And now that I look back at it, it was a little excessive, I think. But you know, stoner mentality. Fuck it. Uh, I know some friends from where I work who are now stopping smoking. Well, it's motivating me to not smoke as much anymore, and I need to start looking out for myself, especially for my baby. My baby needs her father, and yeah. I will say though, recreational or hanging out with family, loved ones, you know, maybe if it's something you share in common with a friend or an acquaintance, maybe just be like, hey, you know, maybe we can hang out sometime. Maybe hit it up, you know, smoke a little doobie or something, or maybe if you are going on a date and you find out your girlfriend or not girlfriend, but your the partner you're going out on a date with, he or she, whoever it may be, they smoke, and you haven't tried it before, and maybe you want to try it. Um, that's just really want to say here that it's nothing to be afraid of. Um, of course, do it with people. You know, you don't want to do it by yourself. Make sure you're doing something because marijuana can really get you in your head, and you don't want that. There's different strains, of course. You know, indica, sativa, hybrid. Everyone has preferences. Indica being as in chill, sativa as in being locked in, and then hybrid's a mix of both. Me personally, I was a hybrid guy. I was pretty active, so I would not like active, but like I was always doing something. So I didn't want to be slouched and tired as fuck, but I also didn't want to be lazy. So, um, but yeah, um, what else to yap about? I have heard a couple stories about a couple of buddies who just cannot handle that shit. This shit is fucking ridiculous. It's hilarious. Recently, a buddy of mine told me a story of another buddy of ours that they hanged out with recently, and yeah, that shit was hilarious. I'm not gonna state who. Um, Pretty sure if they're watching this video, they can guess. But hearing that shit is hilarious. You know, reminds me of one time I had a coworker come to my house, smoking a doobie, me and my boys, and yeah, he left. Which I thought he left. According to his girlfriend, who texted me later on, he wasn't home. Lo and behold, my brother from another mother, is outside, sitting in his car. Bro thought he was driving, but wasn't driving. I don't know. I don't exactly remember it too well. But I just do know that an hour later, he was still outside in his car. He hasn't left home yet. And this is why I say you want to definitely do it with people that you trust. Because if you are ever in a situation like that where it's just too much, you need to be able to have someone to rely on, have someone to trust, someone who can watch your back, someone who can really be there for you when you need it. You know, especially when you're just trying to have fun. Especially when you're just trying to have fun, and you don't want to kill it. You don't want to kill the fun. You want to be able to enjoy yourself, especially when you're smoking. It can be fun at times, but I will recommend to not overdo it. Wax is another form of THC, also cannabis, and I did it for a little bit. If I had to suggest smoking, I definitely would suggest just, you know, raw fucking devil's lettuce. Uh, that shit is like high level fucking sweaty fucking you know, super fucking gamer nerd right there. The fucking wax. That's like max level stoner there. So, um, yeah, I was only at that level for a little bit, and it did not last long. Eventually, that shit started getting me sick, and not to shit on wax or anything. If anyone's watching this video and you guys are pretty experienced smoking wax, I don't like it personally anymore. It's too much, and yeah, I feel like the devil's lettuce, the good stuff, you know. I would recommend starting off like that if you haven't tried marijuana at all. It's oops, I just dropped my fucking phone. Um, Probably the best form, in my opinion, of marijuana. I do like the new. They got these drinks now, like carbonated drinks. Drinks it could be basically like seltzers, but it's cannabis instead of alcohol. I do recommend. Those are fire as fuck. There's also liquid. You could put in any drink you want, and it's basically THC liquid, and you can actually put it in your own custom drink. So those are pretty fire as well. There's gummies. Um, Edibles is a beautiful way to start as well. Just know that shit's not going to hit for like 30, 40 minutes. Um, and yeah, I remember in high school once I had a Cocoa Puff edibles. Man, those are fire. Uh, Never again though. If I had to eat edibles, just stick with gummies, honestly. Um, Anything else related to marijuana? That's about it, really. I'm pretty sure I have some other stories in the archive, but I'm probably gonna save that for later on, maybe a part two. If you want to see part two, let me know. But thank you for sticking through this video, and have a good one. Cheers.